Hey everybody, so the con is happening this weekend. I haven't been able to go Planet Comic Con here in Kansas City, Missouri, and haven't been able to go. Work. It was a 16-hour day yesterday. But yesterday my sister called and she goes, "Hey, are you at the con?" And I'm like, "No." She goes, "Oh, okay, that sucks." She's like, "It's great. I just met like John Cusack." I was like, "That's right on. Cool. Awesome." She always enjoys that kind of thing, and yeah, I'm glad, and yay. And I was like, "Hey, could you do me a favor?" I was like, "There's a couple people there, and could you go by the tables and see if they're, selling prints, or like one person in particular?" She goes, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "All right. I need you to go find Geoff Darrow." And she goes, "Okay, I'll call you when I get there." So she's like, "Yeah, we're waiting in line right now to see Jason Momoa, but as soon as we're done with that, we'll go find Geoff Darrow for you." I'm like, "Okay." So 10, 15 minutes later, I get a phone call from my sister. She goes, "Hey, hold on a second. Geoff wants to talk to you." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I've met Geoff Darrow like in 94 or 95. I want to say it was 95 maybe, in Chicago. And I bought a print off of him. It was Rusty and Big Boy. And this is the only print I've ever bought ever, and it lived in the trunk of my car for like 6 years. It was huge. It was huge. I mean, you need large prints for Geoff Darrow stuff anyway. Excuse me. And he wasn't selling any prints. It was just original art and his sketchbook. So my sister picked me up a copy of his sketchbook, and he drew Shaolin Cowboy with a chef hat in it for me. So that's kind of cool. I haven't met up with my sister since yesterday, but when I get that book, I'll make sure to show it off. I did go to the shop a couple days ago, and the stuff I got is in these boxes right here. I'm moving in like 9 days, so I have everything packed up. I caught up on Batman White Knight. I can't really say that I enjoyed Sean Murphy's Batman character, like his characterization of Batman. He just kind of came off as, like, I don't know, a little psycho, like more like a punk, not like a punk like in, safety pin through the nose mohawk kind of way, but just like a little shit. And I don't know, that's not really how I see Batman. This didn't really resonate with me. And White Knight totally is not a Batman story, so it is what it is. I like it. It's just I just don't like Batman in it. The art's great, and it's all Jim Dandy and Neo Harley or whatever the hell is. It's fine. But I did go to the library like a week ago, and I picked this up. This is Grant Morrison and Sean Murphy's Joe the Barbarian. This was great. This is probably some of my favorite Sean Murphy stuff, next to, or like, it's up there with The Wake for me, which I really liked the first part of The Wake, and I really liked the stuff that he did with American Vampire. That's some of my favorite Sean Murphy stuff. White Knight's great, but this was awesome. This premise was really interesting. Your typical kind of esoteric Grant Morrison stuff, but this was really good. This was really good. This was on my list, or like my I had my Amazon cart for like years, and I just never really pulled the trigger. And I saw it at the library and I picked it up. I might hunt this down. I really enjoyed this. I also picked up Black Hammer, Volume 1. And I keep dragging my feet on Jeff Lemire stuff, but I've liked more Jeff Lemire stuff than I haven't liked Jeff Lemire stuff, if that makes sense. Everything I've read from him I enjoyed, except for like his Green Arrow, and I didn't really much care for like Essex County. I'm sure my Canadian friends are probably like cursing me right now, but it just, I don't know, wasn't really for me. But like Underwater Welder was great, and that was fantastic, this Black Hammer. And I also picked up Ghost in the Shell, Volume 1, and I can't say I really dug this. I am a really big fan of the anime, but I just didn't really enjoy this. I got about 6 pages in, and I was just like, yeah, this isn't for me, so I put that down. Not because it's not pretty or whatever. I dig it. I understand. I appreciate it for what it is. It's just didn't resonate with me. And in the process of packing, I came across these. And I've been meaning to pull these out and show these off for a while. I just keep spacing it. But these are my famous monsters of Filmland. These used to belong to my dad. These are great. I read and read and read and read and read these over and over. I mean, from like I got these from him when I was like 8. I still have them. These are awesome. It's like black and white horror movies. There's some Universal Monster stuff. There's a lot of Hammer stuff in here, a couple of these too, like Hammer film stuff. So that's kind of cool. But I was just a fan of all this kind of thing. And these are just, this is like super nostalgic for me. So showing these off. Some of these covers are amazing. This bag's a little janky. This is all, this black stuff's just on the bag, but yeah. There's some Christopher Lee. It's awesome. Vampirella on the back. I don't know who that is. That's pretty cool. Boom. I'm a huge like Planet of the Apes fan, so this was nerd-centric. Yeah. Did I mention, yeah, I did. Okay, Geoff Darrow. So yeah, that's it. Short, sweet, and to the point. It's probably going to be a bit before I do another video because I have to move and then, like I said, and then unpack. And I hate moving and unpacking, so it might be a minute before you guys hear from me. The grand opening of my restaurant will be next Wednesday. If anybody is in town, look me up. And then, yeah, okay, bye.